In this video, we'll discuss about words of success. Words and languages are unique to human beings only. They're like a superpower which you can either use for the good or the bad. Unfortunately, people don't often realize the impacts words can have, whether it's the expression of love, the instructions on a manual, or the speech of a captain just before a game. The words we use can change the outlook on everything. In fact, words probably linger longer in our memories than actual faces or whole events, so it's wise not to underestimate what words can do for yourself and for others. Beliefs are shaped from the words you use. Has someone ever passed a remark that makes you insecure till date? Things like, you have a funny smile, you have a big nose, you have really bad breath, leaving you with that insecurity for life. So that you now always smile with a hand over your mouth or get nervous speaking to someone too close to your face. That's how words mold your beliefs. That's how words from others change what you think of yourselves. The same goes for compliments. It's surprising how a few words of appreciation can make you believe more in yourself. A simple, "this color looks so good on you," will subconsciously always make you look for that color. Or words of appreciation from a teacher or mentor will encourage you to work harder and improve. This is exactly how words factor into success and failure. A common example of this is what you hear from a doctor. Be it a serious disease or an aesthetic-related problem, you hang on to every word that doctor tells you. Not only the patient himself, but everyone related to him believe in the doctor's words religiously. If the doctor speaks kindly and reassures the patient time and again that he will be cured, that this treatment is the best one, the patient will start feeling relaxed and better right away. If the doctor doesn't give any such reassurance and just hands over a prescription, the patient will stay restless and unsure about his treatment. Mind your vocabulary. The words you use can pave your way to success or downfall. Come to think of it, speakers make a living out of it. Be it a religious speaker, a motivational speaker, or a teacher, they all use their vocabulary to their best in order to convey things better to you, in order to improve your understanding of a concept and leave an impact on you. When sitting through a job interview, you're basically being assessed on how you speak. The qualifications are all there on the resume, but the ability to communicate only comes through words. A candidate who sounds more convincing and capable has a higher chance of securing the job, even if others are more qualified. The right words are not only more convincing, but will also be an indicator of how well read you are. For students, vocabulary can make a huge difference. Without the right choice of words, it's very likely that they will fail to express how good their concepts are and might not do so well on a test. So, mind your vocabulary, as it can shape the level of your success. Even in relationships, vocabulary can save you, or in the other case, get you into trouble. With the right words, you can be more expressive of your feelings, good or bad, so that the other person knows exactly how you feel. It keeps things from getting boring and monotonous. Say your spouse wants to know how they look every time they dress up for you. Do not just stick with beautiful every time. Use other expressions to tell them how you feel, to boost their confidence and encourage them to put in that extra effort for you next time as well. And more importantly, so that it's believable. Otherwise, they'll just think your words don't carry meaning at all. Use more "I can" rather than "I can't." These are words that are entirely related to you. They can make you test your abilities, or they can make you give up. Read a new recipe that seems yummy but too complicated. Was your answer, "I can't do this"? Did you just tell yourself that without even trying? Can you ever hope to succeed at something if you don't even try? The more you use this phrase, the more opportunities of success you'll miss out on. The ratio of how often you use "I can" or "I can't" can bring much more success and positivity in your life. "I can" will symbolize all the risks you're willing to take, all the new things you're willing to try, all the chances you take, the faith you have in yourself, the limits that you establish for yourself, and how much you're willing to push yourself to achieve what you want. "I can't," on the other hand, symbolizes the exact opposite. It's all the chances you missed, the times you refused to see if you could push past an obstacle, the opportunities that you didn't let yourself avail, and basically failure without even a single try. Try making your choice of words positive, using I can so that you can reprogram your subconscious mind to believe things about yourself, your potential, and your aspirations. Because what you believe about yourself can have a real impact on the outcomes of events. It's in your own control which of these words you use for yourself. In the end, the formula to achieving success isn't all that complicated. It's within your grasp once you've decided to go after it with everything you've got. By following these principles that help you solve problems, overcome frustrations, develop patience, boost self-esteem, and improve yourself as a person, you can be sure that you will be successful in improving the overall quality of life. Everyone wants success, but is it for everyone? Experts will tell you that anyone can be successful at anything they want only if they put their mind to it. But is that how success works? Is it really that simple? Not exactly. If anything, success comes at a cost. Most people never become successful because they're not willing to pay the price of success. It's a choice they have to make when they have to step out of the box, make some changes to their existing lifestyle, drop old habits and pick up new ones, and invest effort, attitude, and morale to keep things going. But if you're willing to learn and transform yourself in all the right areas, then success is definitely for you. So to find out how you can do that, let's get started. Hey there again. First, I'd like to thank you for choosing Success Principles. You've just made one of the best investments to your own life, and your future will thank you for it. You're now one step closer to unlocking the secrets behind your success and greatness. Also, I want to personally commend you for committing and taking massive action to secure your future, especially when it comes to making transformational changes and turning your vision into a reality. I'm certain you're going to love what you discover in Success Principles. But your order is not quite complete yet, though, so don't leave this page yet, or you will lose out your one-time opportunity to uncover abundant wealth, prosperity, and a lifetime of happiness. So before you go, here's my special one-time offer for you. Don't worry, this video presentation is a lot shorter this time. What I'm about to show you will increase your likelihood of following through with the method and achieving so much more than you ever thought possible. It's an amazing offer that will complement your new blueprint. Introducing Success Principles Video Upgrade. To unearth all the secrets within the book, you have to read through all the pages, and I know that this process can be extremely tedious for many. That said, I'm pretty sure that more than 60% of the readers won't even last a single chapter. That's the reason why so many didn't get the results they truly desired, because they gave up halfway through the process, and I don't want you to be one of them. What if I can show you a way to shortcut the tiresome process? Would you be interested? That's right, I'm talking about cutting half the time you spend on reading and reaping 30 to 40% more results. If you are, then you will love the video course of Success Principles. As you probably already know by now, videos are one of the most impactful ways to keep one engaged with your content. Think of this upgrade as a live workshop where I'll guide you by the hand and show you step by step as if I'm right beside you. You remember more from this video course than the blueprint because you have a voice that speaks to you, guides you, and grabs your attention with visual graphics. You digest everything easily from this course without any distractions or boredom. Did you know that we remember 50% more of the things we hear and see? This interactive form of visual receiving allows you to easily recall what you've learned and break the boundaries of what you might already know about a topic. These videos are designed and recorded by a professional voiceover actor for optimum results, meaning you get more profound results in less time. And I want you to see positive, real results when you put everything you've learned into practice. Inside this amazing video upgrade, you get 12 premium quality videos of Success Principles. Get ready to master the 10 Success Principles and unleash your full talents. All you need to do is sit back, relax, and push the play button and reap all the benefits. Here's a sneak peek of the topics in this upgrade. How to set big goals, making real decisions. Consistency is key. Nothing is impossible. Key attitude for success. Be accountable to yourself and others. Live in the moment. How to be adventurous. Secret words of success success, how to be a lifelong learner, how to bounce back from failure, and many more. So how much for this upgrade? I could easily charge you $1,997 for the above upgrade, considering the amount of time and effort put into creating this fantastic course. However, I'm not going to charge you that much. As I mentioned before, I only want those who are truly committed to join this course, and I know you are one of them, or else you wouldn't be reading this page. So I'm going to give you a really special offer. You don't have to pay $1,000 to get this video course, not even $100. In this exclusive one-time offer, you get instant access to Success Principles video upgrade for just a fraction of your investment. And did I also mention that you get to try this out with zero risk? That's right. Your purchase of this video course is backed by my 100% ironclad guarantee for the next 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, simply return your order within 30 days for a full refund. I'll see that your money is promptly refunded. You have my word on it. And just so you know, this offer is not made available to the public. I intend to keep this golden opportunity limited only to you and others who are committed in doing whatever it takes to achieve success and greatness. Also, it's my way of saying thanks for choosing me, and I think you deserve to get this almost exclusively. So if you click away or close this page, you won't get to see it again after this. There you have it. Get everything you see on this page for a low one-time investment only. Click on the buy button now and get started today. In this video, we'll talk about setting big goals. If you're going to set yourself up for success in life, then you need to set some mighty meaningful goals for yourself. So as a starting point, the first and foremost thing to remember on the journey of personal success is a positive attitude towards everything. If you fail once, brush up your knees and get back out there. If you get rejected the first time, better yourself with a positive outlook. Prove yourself instead of bringing yourself down with negativity. Tell yourself through every obstacle and hardship, I did not come this far to only come this far. No success is achieved overnight. No mountain is climbed without a few falls or two. If others can put up a fight to achieve personal success despite countless hardships, so can you. Better to aim high and miss than to aim low and achieve. It's always better to aim high, even if you don't succeed at first. When you aim big, you dream big, and tell yourself that you stand a chance against all odds. The problem with setting lower standards is that the lower you set your aim, the more you confine yourself. You miss more chances and more of your abilities are left unknown. Likewise, more of your will goes without a test. Where you could achieve the stars, your low aim of never going that high will hold you back. No matter how many people look down on you and doubt your capability, it's your own personal belief, unwavering resilience, and ambitions that lead you to achieving your ultimate dream. But the moment you start to doubt yourself, the moment you decide you can't aim higher for the fear of failure, is when your downfall begins. With a higher aim, you may miss it first, or you may make it on your first try. Take your chances, a leap of faith in yourself. The higher you aim, the more you achieve. Even if you fall short of your goal, you won't end up too far from it. Just think of achieving a good score on a test. If you aim low at getting 50% mark on your test, you might be successful and achieve that. But that's all it will be, an average and low achievement. If you aim higher at getting 90%, you may miss and hit an 80, which is still higher and so much better than the low set aim of a 50%. The same goes for all tests and trials life puts you through. Set purpose-driven goals. When setting goals, you need to think about how to achieve them, what you need to do to achieve them, and how much time you need to get there. But the real driving force that'll actually make you sweat for any goal is why you need to achieve that goal. Why is it a priority? Why is it so important? Setting goals is easy. Just think of drawing up a New Year's resolution. Everyone does that every year and has been doing it forever. So much so that it's become a mere habit and nothing much else. But what people don't do is pause to think over the goal and question why. Inevitably, without this driving force, they'll soon forget all about it. As such, it's important to not merely set goals, but set purpose-driven goals instead. For example, you may well be thinking of hitting the gym, working out, and getting yourself in shape. With just this in mind, you set a goal in your New Year's resolution to work out every day. So you do it the first day and the second, and then something comes up on the third. Then you end up skipping the fourth day because you get lazy, and there goes your fitness. There goes the goal. On the other hand, an obese person on the verge of getting diabetes and a possible heart attack is told by a doctor he needs to work out and lose weight really soon if he still wants a chance at a healthy life, or maybe just life. This is his why. This is why he won't skip the third or fourth day no matter what comes up. This is why he will achieve his goal with more determination. So through every hardship on your way, when you are at the brink of giving up, you can tell yourself again and again why you cannot give up, why you must go on. Give yourself a time frame to work with. Without setting a time frame to achieve any particular goal, there will be no sense of urgency. The importance of getting anything done is great, but the importance of getting it done in time is even greater. Giving yourself a duration for a specific task will make you more productive in that short time than you would be without it. If you know the deadline for a task is 24 hours, you'll make yourself attend to that task as a priority. You'll utilize those 24 hours in the most effective way possible to complete the task on hand. If you set a deadline of 1 week for the same task, not only will you waste the entire week and be less productive, you will also waste precious time that you could have used to complete other tasks as well. Having said that, the time frame has to be realistic and attainable. You need to be sure whether the goal is a short-term goal or a long-term one. Losing 10 kilograms in 3 days? Not possible, not attainable, even if you spend most of the hours of the 3 days in the gym. The time frame should not be based on some delusion. An understanding of the goal, the priority you're willing to give it, can help you decide better how much time you need to give it and how much time is sensible to give to it. If you have an essay due next week and you keep delaying it or doing it in bits, paragraph to paragraph a day, it'll get tiresome and boring. In the end, it might not even make a lot of sense. Plus, you'll lose the sense of urgency that would make you more productive. But if you decide to do it in 2 days, you'll utilize those 2 days much more effectively and will even have time for other goals once you finish with that essay. The less you linger on with the task at hand, the better. In this video, we'll learn how to be accountable. There comes a certain time in your life when you realize that now you are accountable for everything you do. The idea is quite daunting, as accountability is needed in all spheres of life. In some situations, you have to be accountable for yourself alone, while in others, you're accountable for others as well. Take responsibility. The first step of being accountable is to take responsibility. Now, it might be a personal responsibility or one that affects others around you. For instance, if you're the head of a family, you have to be accountable to them too. Or if you're leading an excursion tour, you have to be accountable to your tour group. Remember this, with great power comes great responsibility. So take full responsibility of your actions and don't make excuses if something goes wrong. You need to realize that you're in charge and it's only you who's accountable. So take the responsibility of your action and theirs too. It's easy to throw someone else under the bus for anything that goes wrong, but the mature thing to do is to take responsibility rather than make excuses. If the tour didn't reach its destination on time, are you going to blame someone from the group for not coming on time, or are you going to take responsibility for not making the instructions clear enough? The choice is up to you. Always remember, it is mature to be accountable for yourself. It might not be the best feeling in the world at the time being, but you will feel much content later. Say it out loud that you'll do it. Positive affirmation is very important, so it's crucial to keep reminding yourself that you will do it. Sometimes you get sidetracked by events or people, but you mustn't let this be permanent. You're also accountable to yourself for your mission or goal in life. You have to determine what you want to do or achieve in life. Ask yourself what you're good at or what you like. Base your goals and long-term plans on your capabilities, desires, and strengths. Make a mission statement for yourself. Write it down somewhere so that you can read it every day. Many people have inspirational quotes on their walls or phone screen so that they look at them every day. In this way, they get inspired every day, even on ones that are not so good. But if you're someone with a knack for writing, write down your goals. Make sure to write it in a place where you can see it every day. If it stares you in the face, you can't run away from it. Or if you have supportive peers, get feedback from them. Ask them if you're doing things right or if you need to improve. This will help remind you that you need to do better. Also, it will give you an insight into how others perceive your efforts. If you're in a workplace, your subordinates can also tell you how well you're doing. If the feedback is positive, it'll motivate you to do even better and have a sense of accomplishment. And if the feedback's not positive, you can use it to improve performance, as you're the one who will eventually be accountable. Either way, feedback can do wonders, if only to hold yourself accountable. Be honest. Just as accountability is important, so is honesty. It's very important to be honest about the results. When you're working alone or in a team, you have to stay honest about the outcome of your efforts. Success only becomes possible when you own up to your mistakes. While they can be cumbersome, mistakes are also valuable learning opportunities. If you've done something wrong, own it. Ask yourself why it happened and what you can do to make it right. If you totally ignore it or lie about it to yourself and others, how can you ever hope to rectify it? Plus, when you're not honest with yourself, you'll always have a constant feeling of dissatisfaction. Your conscience won't let you forget it. So, wouldn't it be better to just admit it? Also, be honest about the goals you set. Be realistic. Holding yourself accountable for your actions is also a reality check to set goals that are attainable. Realism is essential when setting goals. Say you want to save money for a car and you tell yourself that you will do it in a year's time. Now, you need to be real about it. Do you have enough income coming in every month that you can save some of it for buying a car? Are you ready to cut out some expenses so that you can save? Will you be able to manage it in a year, or do you need more time? If you think your goals are realistic, proceed with them. Then, if you fail to buy a car in 12 months, don't make excuses or blame something else for it. Ask yourself why you weren't able to do it. Maybe you set the wrong time frame or misspent the money that you could have saved on unnecessary things. Be fully honest with yourself about the results of your personal quest or teamwork. A good way to prevent disappointment or unpleasant situations is to have a plan B so that you could fix things later. Being accountable can be a frightening thought because no one likes to be judged, especially for something that someone else did. But if you follow the right strategy and put in the effort, you'll be able to master the art of accountability. In this video, we'll talk about being a lifelong learner. Learning is not limited to how many school and college years you've had. Instead, it's a constant, ongoing process of evolution, one that involves acknowledging that you don't know everything. It's an important factor in shaping your personality, introducing new concepts and ideas to you, and helping you educate yourself without any limitations. If anything, the worst thing you could do to yourself is insist that you already know everything. But choosing to evolve isn't always easy. Evolving means mastering success by continuously becoming a better version of your current self. It also implies that you be humble enough to accept correction and improvement. Embrace learning and constant improvement. In order to become the best version of yourself, you need to implement this rule in your life. For this, you need to accept the fact that no information you have is already complete, and there could be more to know about it. Be open to more knowledge and facts instead of being rigid and deciding that what you already know is final and enough. Say you hear about a new research paper on one of the subjects you had while graduating. Not being open to constant improvements and knowledge would make you think, I don't need to waste any time reading this. On the other hand, your approach to it could be as a lifelong learner, in which case you'll constantly struggle to further improve your learning and educate yourself. Also, it's only at school that parents or teachers push you to study and learn whatever's in the curriculum. After that, you're on your own, and learning becomes a self-motivated task. It's a personal choice you make every day that doesn't necessarily imply to studies alone. Instead, it implies to the overall education you have. You could learn from a documentary that is completely unrelated to your career. You could learn how to milk cows from a relative who owns a farm, or you could learn how to make jam from your grandmother. The point is just to learn from anywhere about anything. Never stopping learning. There are so many reasons why you should never stop learning, and not one logical reason why you shouldn't. The struggle and desire to learn all your life can shape your personality for the better. Everyone knows that one person in their circle who's just so charismatic and interesting to talk to. Someone who genuinely has something to contribute to conversations instead of mere opinions. Someone who has knowledge and stories to share with everybody. Such are lifelong learners. When someone decides to never stop learning, they also decide to be more independent, useful, and hence successful. Learning also makes you more influential. It makes people consider your opinion and take whatever you say seriously because they know it comes from deep knowledge and is based on facts rather than intuition. If anything, learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field or life in general. You need to keep increasing your knowledge to keep up with everything that's going on. If it's a specific field where you need to succeed, then you need to engage in some maintenance learning. This keeps you on track and keeps you from falling behind. If you need to groom yourself further, you need to get into some growth learning. This type of learning expands the mind by teaching you skills you didn't have before. And finally, there's something called shock learning, which contradicts something that you knew before. For the most part, this can potentially be the most beneficial type of learning, as you first have to unlearn something that you knew before. Then you have to relearn the new information, which gives you new insight into an old situation. Unfortunately, most people choose to ignore this in favor of the old information and sabotage their own success. You need to be never afraid of change. What stops you from becoming a lifelong learner? The reason why most people fail to have this approach is because of themselves. After being done with a subject, most students never go back to the library to open up a new book about the same subject. Same is the case with all other situations in our lives. We are not open to learning. If someone tries to get our facts right, we end up getting in an argument because we're too stubborn to admit that we could be wrong and the other person is actually doing us a favor. It's important to remember that the one thing that you're most short of in life is time. It can be a huge barrier to lifelong learning. In order to be a lifelong learner, you need to change your mindset and concepts about it. You need to make learning a priority. There are no rules, no boundaries. You need to embrace this journey and learn about anything from anyone or anywhere. It's not about pouring yourself into books. It's about things you learn every day from those around you. It's not confined to the walls of a lecture hall. Live as if you were going to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Mahatma Gandhi. Great thinkers, leaders, and influencers all had many things in common. Lifelong learning is one of them. In order to achieve personal success and also to be more valuable and useful to those around you, be a lifelong learner. Don't confine your learning to years or places. Don't confine to learn just from books. Anyone and any event can teach you important things as long as you set your mind to it. Have a strong desire, almost a hunger for knowledge. Without real passion towards learning, it'll be like a burden you bear in school years, not education.